Okay, question 3. As the price of wholesale power goes up, what role should the PUD play to assure customers receive electricity at a minimum rate? Mr. Catlin, you have 90 seconds to respond.
Right now, my biggest thing I want to look into is right now the PUD does not have their own lineman or engineer, and they subcontract it out. And I think we should have both our linemen and our servicemen and our engineer all in-house and have more control over them instead of the contract. The contract electrical contractors are good for the bigger projects that we can't handle in-house, but I think we should handle more in-house, and I think that would help lower costs and streamline it more. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Question 3. As the price of wholesale power goes up, what role should the PUD play to assure consumers receive electricity at a minimum rate? And Mr. Henderson, you have 90 seconds to reply.
Well, you know, unfortunately, rate increases are going to happen. Our job is to ensure that as those occur, we're looking at the whole picture, that we are effectively managing our resources and our personnel, and that we are aware of what's going on with that personnel and resources. And again, we prioritize our needs, and those then help us deliver an effective program.
Thank you. Question 3. As the price of wholesale power goes up, what role should the PUD play to assure customers receive electricity at a minimum rate? Mr. Mitchell, you have 90 seconds.
Well, I think the PUD, I mean, that is basically the function of the PUD, besides delivering the product, is to try to negotiate the best possible price for the customers. From what I've seen and understood, I think they do a pretty good job of that right now. They belong to 3 different organizations, and through that have some power in volume and in numbers. But as everybody knows, this is a very small PUD. I mean, relatively speaking, compared to the neighboring PUDs in Douglas County and Chelan County and Grant County, you know, there's 100 and some thousand customers there, and there's 4,600 in Kittitas. So there's only so much they're going to be able to do. This local PUD will be able to do to control that, keep the prices down. From what I've seen, they're doing a pretty good job and doing a pretty good job of trying to maximize the use of their manpower, of their labor force, and at the same time, they're dealing with infrastructure that is deteriorating. They need to spend the capital to replace that infrastructure and improve it. I guess that would be my answer.
Good. Well, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Question 3. As the price of wholesale power goes up, what role should the PUD play to assure consumers receive electricity at the minimum rate? Mr. Kelleher, you have 90 seconds.
Well, my plan is to go out and compete for the Rock Island Dam license, and then there will not be a problem with getting cheap electricity. It'd be under a penny a kilowatt. But in the current situation, Kittitas PUD is a preference power consumer of BPA. That's where we get our Tier 1 power. We also get our Tier 2 power from BPA. We are so small, we are not going to go out on the open market and contract for rates. We are going to take the Tier 2 rate that BPA extends us as a preference customer. We're paying 3 times the rate of Chelan PUD for the same electrical power. And the only way to correct that is to get a FERC license for the Rock Island Dam. And that's what my proposal is to do.
Thank you. Question 3. As the price of wholesale power goes up, what role should the PUD play to assure that consumers receive electricity at a minimum rate? Mr. Morris, you have 90 seconds to respond.
You know, one of the nice things about the PUD is because it is a public utility, we don't have the profits that we need to generate as the private power companies do. The PUD is able to distribute power to the whole county, which we don't. The PUD is in a position that we need to upgrade our transformers, update our substations. And as we're able to do that, I believe we'll be able to offer power at a reduced rate from what our competitors do. Right now, the PUD is in a unique position that we are able to leverage what our profits have been to be able to get this infrastructure up and going and replace it and update the whole system so that we can offer more to our customers. Our goal would be to be able to offer power to every Kittitas County resident that is not on a municipal system. And I believe in doing such, we'll be able to offer competitive rates more than our competition. So I believe that with our budget, the PUD's budget is very good. It is in a good spot right now. And I think we can continue and make it even more affordable for our customers.
Thank you.